Hello everyone. So in this video I'm going to talk about UiPath. So what is UiPath? Why is Cathy investing into this? What are the recent partnerships that UiPath has recently undertook? What's going on with the stock price? What happened last earnings? And basically what do we expect in the upcoming earnings in a couple of weeks? So all those questions will be answered in this video. So make sure you check out my channel, Your Options Guy. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I mainly cover stocks, crypto, and I do how-to videos. Don't forget to like this video, leave any comments. All right, so let's get into it. So first, let's cover basically what happened with ARK Invest and the trading that they did. So as you can see here, ARK has been piling into Roku, Teladoc, UiPath, Robinhood, and Skills recently. They also have been, for the last couple days consecutively, have been selling Tesla, Zillow especially. It almost seems like they're completely liquidating from Zillow. But however, Roku, UiPath, and Robinhood are the main trades that they have been consistently buying in the last couple days. So if we take a look at their ARK Innovation ETF fund, you can see that UiPath is actually number 11. It's almost in the top 10. It's slightly behind Twilio. So I think UiPath being really close to the top 10, especially on the ARK investment fund, is a really good sign. It just shows that ARK has high conviction in this stock and in its company, and it actually recently just IPO'd. So ARK definitely sees a good future for UiPath in the next 3 to 5 years. So what is UiPath? So basically, the way to break it down is UiPath gives software ability in order to create what I like to call smart robots. So if we break it down into this use case, you can see that here is an example of a doctor that basically has to do manual work with reporting. So as you can see, before UiPath, it takes them approximately 5 minutes to complete this task. So they receive the lab report, they open the records, they have to create this template, add signatures, send out emails, and so on. However, if they use UiPath, they can basically break down that task down to a minute. And as you can see, with the capabilities of a robot, the robot is able to do a lot of this manual work for the doctor, such as pulling the lab report, updating the patient record, and alerting the physician, and so on. So as you can see here, basically the UiPath gives desktop and web automation. They also provide business app and email automation. And lastly, they provide Citrix text-based and data automation. So it's basically utilizing the creation of super smart robots that are able to automate certain processes that a lot of people actually do repetitively. That way, whoever is doing these processes can focus more on like the edge case scenarios and exceptions and leave the repetitive stuff to the robot. So one of the most recent partnerships was with Alteryx, and Alteryx is a data analytics company. So as you can see here, Alteryx partnership with UiPath adds automation capabilities. So if you're using Alteryx, you now have the capability to do some integration with UiPath. Another partnership is with Snowflake, and Snowflake is one of the bigger data analytics companies, and this is actually pretty recent. So as you can see here, UiPath announces partnership with Snowflake to power robotic process automation analytics in the cloud. And that's in the Snowflake cloud, by the way. Lastly, another big partnership is with AWS. So the UiPath and AWS partnership. So now you're able to integrate UiPath robots within the AWS framework. So that's further boosting the competitiveness of UiPath. So if we take a look at how the stock price has been doing this last couple months, it actually recently IPO'd on April 21st. Ever since then, it's been really choppy, but that's usually what happens with recent IPOs. And then after a couple months, it seems that the stock price actually finds a bottom. So it seems like the bottom may have been found around October 11th at the 48 price. And lately it has been going up, what looks to be more like a cup and handle type of pattern, which usually tends to spike up. So if we take a look at the overall market cap of UiPath, it has a market cap of 29.53 billion. So we can basically round up to 30 billion. So 30 billion for a company that recently IPO'd is, in my view, kind of high. Now it is kind of hard to basically determine if a company is overvalued or undervalued, but if we take a look at basically their last earnings, even though revenue is somewhat within the $100 to $200 or $200 million range quarter to quarter, their ARR is actually has been increasing, and ARR with these types of companies is really good indicator to look at, because that basically showcases the growth trajectory of the company and basically increasing like their number of customers and their number of contracts that they have. So as you can see, it says here, we continued our very strong momentum in the second quarter of fiscal year 2022 with ARR growing 60% year over year to 726.5 million. So that's really good. So it means they're getting really close to a billion potentially. So as you can see here, these are the highlights. So basically ARR of 726.5 million as of July 31st. They're hoping that increases more in the upcoming quarter, of course. So that's one thing that you need to look out for, an increase of ARR. You also want to look out for an increase of customers. And lastly, you definitely want to look out for the increase of revenue. So with all that basically taken into account with upcoming earnings, that's one of the things you want to look out for. So here for the fiscal third quarter 2022, UiPath expects ARR in the range of 796 and 798 million as of October 31st, revenue in the range of 207 million and 209. So this would be a really good thing to look out for, because lately they've been in that 100 to 200 range. So it seems like in terms of revenue, they might actually break above 200. So overall, what I think about the stock in general is it seems like they really have really good software. It seems like their software in terms of like robotic software is industry leading. However, in my view, it seems like the price may be a little bit too high, at least for my opinion. I'd like to go in for stocks that have a really good chance of having like nice upside within the next couple of years. I really look for market cap being within 20 billion or below, and I also look into like their basically like price to revenue ratio. And in my view, it seems like as of right now, it's kind of already priced in. However, they are growing company. They're having partnerships, really strong partnerships, and they recently IPO'd, so obviously they have a lot of stuff in the works before they start making profits. But overall, as a company, it looks solid. As a stock price, it looks a little bit solid right now, maybe a little bit overvalued, but in the eyes of Cathy Wood, she feels like it's still a really strong buy because she's been buying consistently. So this may push up back over 60 in the short term. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure you give a like, leave any comments. Let me know if you're an UiPath investor or if you're thinking of investing. I would love to hear your opinions. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.